This RefWorks training session will cover ways to collaborate with colleagues using several different sharing features in RefWorks. You may have learned about these features in other training sessions, but here we'll show how to use them with collaboration in mind. RefWorks allows you to share as much or as little information as you like with colleagues. For example, you can share an entire project in RefWorks, giving everyone complete control of all the references, folders, and so on, and even writing papers together. On the other hand, if you want to work with someone who doesn't even have a RefWorks account, you can still share some basic materials with them. Let's start with this second example. In RefWorks, let's say you want to share this folder and its subfolders. On the Sharing Settings pop-up, one of the options is Create Public URL. Copy this URL and give it to anyone that you would like to see the contents of this shared folder, even if they don't have a RefWorks account. When they paste the URL in their internet browser, they will see a simplified version of RefWorks. They can export the references so they can add them to their own reference management service. They can also create a bibliography and copy it to their computer's clipboard so they can paste it into a document. Finally, they can change the citation style if needed. They can't add or edit any of the references, nor make any other changes. If you want colleagues to be able to manipulate references in this folder, they need a RefWorks account. So let's see how you can collaborate with others who do have accounts. Back in your account, on the folder's Sharing Settings pop-up, open up the section at the top called Settings For. We'll leave the option selected that says Only Invited People May Access, but you can use the other option to share with all RefWorks users within your institution. In the field to invite more people to share, add the email addresses of your colleagues. These could be people inside your institution or outside, as long as they have a RefWorks account. The most limited choice of access is to allow them just to read the contents of the folder. You could instead give them permission to annotate references and documents in this folder. We'll see what that looks like in a minute. Or you can allow them to modify the contents of the folder, which means they can add and remove references, add notes to references, and read and annotate attached supported PDF documents. Each person with whom you share this folder can have a different level of access. Let's see how this looks to your colleagues. After you share the folder, they will get invitations by email. They will also see indications on their Sharing tab. When they accept the shared folder by clicking this checkmark, then they will have the level of access to this folder that you gave them. For example, this folder was shared with annotation permission. These colleagues can create bibliographies, add tags to make it easier to organize references, and if there is a PDF document attached, they can read the document and annotate it. On the other hand, this folder was shared with modify permission, so your colleagues can add new references and documents and also delete them from this folder. For many people, sharing folders with colleagues is sufficient for collaboration. However, some teams work best when everyone on the team has complete control of all folders, references, and documents. To do that, you share the entire project. From the RefWorks homepage, on the Projects menu, choose Share this project. Or choose Manage Projects, find the project to share, and on the Actions menu on the right, select Share Project. Just like sharing folders, enter email addresses to invite colleagues. Your colleagues will get an email, and we'll see a note about the invitation. On their Manage Projects page, once they accept the invitation, they become an owner of this project. That means they have all the same permissions that you do, and can add, modify, and delete references and documents. They can also add and delete folders, and can invite other colleagues to share folders or to become owners of the project too. They can remove sharing with other colleagues, and could even delete you from the project entirely. The other great thing about sharing a project with colleagues is that you can collaborate on writing documents together. There are a few requirements for doing this. You all have to use RefWorks Citation Manager with Microsoft Word. The document must be set to the project of which you're all co-owners. And only one person can work on the document at a time. Once that is set up, you can just pass the document between colleagues using file sharing or email. As long as you're all owners of the RefWorks project, you can keep working on the document with the references from that project. And those are some of the ways you can collaborate with colleagues using sharing tools in RefWorks.